main bloc in Ukraine, while in the rest of the world, people are suffering hunger. This is a real war crime. So I cannot imagine that this will last much longer. Otherwise, it would be really something that Russia will be accountable for.
All right, for more on this, former diplomat and executive director of the Eastern Europe Security Institute, Iuliia Osmolovska, joins me now from Kyiv. Iuliia, the EU is trying to find ways to free millions of tons of Ukrainian grain that's stuck in Black Sea ports because of the Russian blockade. What are some of the logistical challenges of freeing up this grain?
Yes, to be true to say that it's not just the EU who tries to find the ways, but the whole international community and Ukraine, Turkey, United Nations included, trying to see the ways out of this deadlock. More than 25 millions of grains has been stuck in Ukrainian ports at the moment. So basically, a couple of alternatives are being considered at the moment. Transferring these grains through railroads to Poland, Romania, Slovakia, and then probably to deliver this to Baltic ports of Germany, Poland, and the Baltic states, and then to deliver it via traditional routes through Spain to the African countries. The other one is to seek for solutions for these blocked ports of Odessa, Mykolaiv, and Berdyansk, where the Turkey role is very much active, trying to seek solutions and communicating with Russians on that. But basically, the actual capacity of these railroads are quite limited compared to the one that we have through seaports. For instance, if you transfer through seaports around 5 million tons of grain per month, so through all the railroads combined, it's going to be not more than 1.5 million tons of grains per month. So it's quite limited capacity.
Russia denies responsibility for causing this global food crisis and says it's actually the Western sanctions are to blame. What do you understand to be the reality of the situation?
Well, we have to understand the whole set of Russians tricks playing with Ukrainian grains these days. It's not just about blocking seaports, but also stealing basically Ukrainian grains from the temporarily captured regions of Kherson and others, and trying to sell this all over the world under Russian flag. And also they're trying to destroy the grain storages, which we have in Mykolaiv, for instance. The recent one, there was a huge blow. They are sent by Russian missiles. So all these actions combined just give us the true intentions of Russia. It's not about the actual sanctions that stop possibility of exporting Ukrainian grain, but the whole Russian military campaign over Ukraine, which actually causes this food crisis. And the most dangerous here is that Russia is trying to take hostage the whole world.
What might be some of the options available? Do you think that Russia would be willing to negotiate some sort of deal to free up this grain, or do you think it just gives Putin too much leverage in the war?
Yes, I think it gives definitely Putin leverage in the war, because when European leaders say that we need to sit down and talk in Russia and to find the ways out of this food crisis, they basically hit that without Russia they can't solve this problem. This is very important, and Russians are being encouraged by that. So one of the options are being considered at the moment by EU is just to have this exchange of Russia goodwill, if you wish, to let the export of grain from Ukrainian ports in exchange of lifting sanctions on export of Russian fertilizers and agricultural products. So this is one of the options. But basically, Russians are going to play with this kind of leverage, and we see that despite such energetic efforts of Turkey, Russians are not showing any sign of goodwill and joint problem solving.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Iuliia Osmolovska joining us from Kyiv. Thank you.